So the dog barks because he's scared, and my son gets scared, and the dog gets more scared because he's seeing my son shake. And I'm like, and you know, and my son goes behind my back, and he's like, "Dad, protect me," and I'm like, "Oh."
Aww. Now throw him to the dog.
I'm like, "That's my boy. That's my boy." I'm hoping that we get 2 really good games, but not a third one, because I can't believe Kali beat EG.
Yeah, that was wild. I was sitting here and it's like, yeah, you know, my PDC game is. And I'm able to just go play like the 3rd game of my team series if they put that far. And then I saw Kali beat EG and I was like, yeah, never mind. I'm not getting out of here until very late again, aren't I?
Yeah, to be fair, we're only like half an hour behind schedule, right? It's like, yeah, it's alright. I like how our names aren't in the group. It's like they're like, we're not changing, you know. It's screw you guys. Yeah, I was called in last second because Goa Pepe was couldn't make it. So they're like, Ultima, do you want to take it? And I was like, not really, but if you need me, I'll do it. I mean, I want to get some numbers, and I did nothing for the first 3 days of the tour.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it's makeup, you know. Gotta get that bank.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's ban now.
We have here. Okay, all right. Okay. I see Snap. I see. I don't think I ever cast a game of Thunder Awaken. I don't know them.
Really?
No.
I said Smiling Knight a lot.
Oh no, I mean, I definitely, like, I know Slatums, I've seen Michael, MJZ, Smiling Knight, like, I know the names are from, but I don't think I casted a single game of them this tour. Oh, and I wanted to tell you my thoughts about something.
Huh?
Do you think ASL is not gonna hire any new person for the major? Or for, like, the Dream League?
Oh...
10 seconds.
Boy, that's an implication.
Because I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I mean, they make this big thing that they're looking for new talent, right? It's a tweet, it's a big email. I get it, you get it, Magic gets it, a bunch of people get it, like Harry Freak Rob. We all, you know, a lot of people were getting it. So then, so if you don't hire a single new person, what message are you sending?
It was all about the fear. You know, it was simply, can we smoke them out?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking as well. Like, imagine, like, what was the point? You're just telling the people that you already have that we are willing to, you know, like, scare you into something. Like, I feel like I don't mind if it's not me. I don't mind if it's not you. I don't mind if it's not me. I just want one of us. Like, it doesn't have to be all of us. Like, at least let me know one of us went so that there's hope. You know what I mean? One of us. You know, it's like I obviously I like, you know, you want the people you like, but at least someone new going there. Like, it could be freaking Neff Sensei. I never even met the guy.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, if it's no new people, it's literally the exact same people, you think, well, what the hell was that about? I don't know, just it bugs me hugely.
It would also no, it's correct to be bugged. Maybe we just got used. We got used to threaten the old guard.
Yeah, which is sad, you know. Or maybe, you know what might happen is, I feel like I'll definitely do this. Next time they do this thing, I'll ask for less money. You know, I'll be like, screw it. I mean, I did what everyone else told me. Put this prices. Next time I'll be like, okay, here's the prices I'm putting in. We'll see. I don't know. I just feel like I'd be really disheartened if not a single person I knew was given an opportunity.
Yeah, and I don't... There's been so much other stuff worked too, like a lot of people have been getting a lot of DPC reps. So I feel like there's just like a lot of more people in the scene as well. So
yes,
like, surely
one of them.
Yeah, right. Like I feel like what I'm expecting, like Shiver, OD, Fog, Cap.
Yeah, the same people. Yeah,
like I'm expecting those, but I don't know. I don't know what the breakout play-by-play would be. Maybe maybe Epidanos?
Maybe, right? Like, like you know, let any new person go, anyone, just so I know that there's a chance. You know what I mean? Like if it's freaking the same people, if it's like the Lima Major 2.0, you're like, okay, then whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for screwing me.
It's not screwing you. It's attempting to screw everybody else.
Well, I got dicked as well. You know, it's like, well,
10 seconds.
and mine was dry. Let me go with that.
5 seconds remaining.
Because, you know, I mean, I don't know about you, but I talked to a bunch of talents. I asked their opinions. What should I put here? What should I say here? What should the format be? And then at the end of the day, no, it's all for nothing. Oh, well. Whatever. Thunder Awaken versus Infinity. Do we have any favorites?
I mean, Thunder Awaken, I feel like, is a pretty big favorite for me.
Yeah, they come in pretty even. 4-2, 3-3, 9-7, 9-8. Infinity just one more loss, but yeah, I'd say Thunder Awaken looks a little bit stronger.
Yeah. Shit. I have this like frap thing, like over the counter frap. I'm trying to drink it to keep myself awake. I was asleep during the EG and what's it called? Kali series, yeah.
You mean you had a nice nap?
I did.
I love naps.
I was a big fan.
Naps are the best.
I was just feeling like really awful after work. Like something kind of hit me a bit. I feel like I slept okay, but last night I was up like talking to someone. So I was just like, you know, let's recoup a little bit.
Oh, I really enjoyed talking to Crystal. I want to see. I'd love it if she shows up more, because then we can talk more about dating stuff. You know?
Yeah, honestly, that was the that was the first time she's shown up into the stream for like a while. She just listens to me yell from up here. So yeah, no, I was happy to see that she got in.
It was I enjoyed it a lot. I was like, oh my god, finally something I can talk about with. You know, it's like, man, you should really see the latest season of Love Is Blind. But I know you don't care about this stuff. But it's so good. It's so terrible.
Good?
It's so good how bad it is. It's so good. Oh, by the way, Rada is a lot quieter than you as a caster.
What?
Here's the radio.
Rada, he's a lot quieter.
Sorry.
Like,
what do you mean?
No, he doesn't talk as much.
Oh.
Like I do more talking with him than I do with you, which was a bit unexpected for me. I'm not used to being I'm not used to that, basically.
Yeah, he actually told me that he and Guapepe were talking about how he needs to be talking more, and that was their goal for each other. That, like, Rada talks more and Guapepe talks less, because Rada kind of like leans a lot on him during the cast right now.
I think he told me he's feels a little bit less confident about himself just because of his MMR, and I'm like, it's fine, man. But I'll tell him that because I think he's great in everything else. Like, he's really funny, and I like that. I was like, man, they're pulling a cat out of the hat. And he's like, yeah, cat out of the hat and the hat out of the cat. And I was like, that made me laugh a lot.
Yeah, the Rada quips are probably one of the best in the casting scene. I think that's something that he does like very well. That I don't like. I kind of look at other play-by-plays as like, what do you do well that I need to do well? I see him doing that. I'm like, I can't do that as well as you. That is something that I simply will not be able to replicate.
Right, it's that wit that they have. It's like, it's like, wait, let me see if I can read a few jokes. You know, like I have it prepared. Two guys walk into a bar. Like, how do you weave that into Dota?
You don't.
I'm gonna unmute the vmix so I can hear them.
Yes.
10 seconds.
Shit, I can't get water for this. That's okay.
5 seconds remaining.
I was running a scouting sheet for my team real quick so that they could draft without me.
Radiant's turn
Okay.
to pick.
Tide Hunter.
Ooh.
Hide into Disruptor and Rubik? Yeah, what the hell?
What a team fight.
Seconds.
Circles there.
5 seconds remaining.
Templar Assassin.
Choose your hero.
Okay.
Okay. Husker DP.
Sly.
Tusk is Tusk off. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Tusk Illich. Buzz Lightyear. Thank you, Lil and Buzz Lightyear. I don't think I had heard that one before. But I'm happy to get into this game. Number one, I think we kind of favored Thunder. How are you feeling this first draft, Otto?
Well, first I want to address the fact that you get the one and only. It's like, it's the one and only math magician. And Otomo. And I'm like, well, what do I get? Can't I just get anything out of it? No, no, I got nothing out of that. But Infinity, I think, is the slightly is it a slightly better team. But Thunder Awaken, I mean, they've had better performance this DPC tour, so it could go either way. Not sure how I feel about this. I mean, Infinity's draft is so much team fight, right? Like, you got Pangolier Roll, you got Ravage, you've got Snapfire's Kisses, you got so much going for you. Thunder Awaken, I feel like it's a little bit harder to play their draft, right? You got to make a lot of space with the Tusk. It doesn't scale as well late game. Yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of the Thunder Awaken draft.
This is so much like single pick versus like heavy team fight, right? Like Snowball Punch, the Rubik, the TA, like those three heroes specifically really want to just knock in and burst you. DP is another hero that will like kind of help out with that team fighty aspect, and the Disruptor is more anti-team fight. I feel like it has to be in this one because you have to Static Storm Devil. I feel the panel already mentioned it, but like I feel like this Static Storm or picking the Tide into the Static Storm can kind of work you a bit in this game. And
it's also picking a Tide into Rubik, right? So it's like you can get either Silence or Stolen Ravage. Like there's, yeah, Thunder Awaken, they can do some damage. I just still think that it's a bit harder to perform, right? Like on Infinity, a couple people press R and you just win the fight. And I think we were apparently muted in the beginning of this from BDS's side. So whoopsie, you know, we didn't say anything important. You know, we didn't say anything important, but. I think it's Infinity. Do you want to go against the grain? Do you think it's going to be TA?
I think that TA has a lot of power in this one. I do like the draft for it. I don't know if this game gets too easy for you later on. But I think they do have a chance to kind of run it, and we've seen Infinity play very well in the early stage too. So I don't know. This could be like the anti-Infinity draft, right, from Thunder that like just like runs them over in the time that usually they feel okay.
Leo Style is playing on the Pangolier. I love that. You know, he's such an active player. He makes so much space for the team. So I'm glad to see him. And by the way, guys, if you feel like you want to put some money on the game, click on the banner down below under the stream. And yeah, if you feel confident about one of these teams, take it. I would say this is a tough one. Like, this is not the one where I'd say
no.
You want to put some money. This ain't EG versus Kali, which by the way was also very unexpected. So
yeah.
Overall, like it feels like it could really go either way for either team. I have no idea who's going to take it. I do favor Infinity slightly, but as I said, from the Awaken, they perform better. And for people wondering, what is on the line for these two teams? Major infights are not happening. However, there is a chance that you're just basically playing for DPC points here.
Yeah, and I will say, like, I kind of thought that Thunder Awaken had been coming out as like the definite third seed. I know I've talked about it before,
yes.
But I liked seeing how they were kind of the ones that was like, okay, we've got the third strongest team in SA, because we did not have that last tour. The four-way tie did not leave anybody super confident about where they stood. We thought it might have been Alliance, and right now it looks like Adrian, one more hit with the armor. No, the heal,
oh, the heals.
The Treant Protector. Hey, you know, looking a bit strong again. Not quite last patch, but still pretty good.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean the trees. Yes, it's all nature at the top lane, and Thunder Awaken, they're having some trouble with that. But by the way, Infinity, if they win this, they'll still have to go through tiebreakers to get third place. Thunder Awaken, if they win this, they automatically get third place. So it's a lot. It's a long road for Infinity basically to get the third place seeding. You have to win this, then they have to beat Thunder Awaken again.
Yeah, and that, you know, I guess for the players, avoiding tiebreakers is always going to be the #1 goal, because you know, it's the security, you know, that's what you want to feel.
Yeah, but imagine when you go to tiebreakers and you lose. Like, if Thunder Awaken loses now, then they beat them tiebreakers, and 50 will be like, why did we even go to this stuff? Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, night got work. Thankfully, like, this is a great stick game, right? Like, for
yes.
anyway, anytime versus Tide, I'm always like, I really want to buy it. Sometimes I'll even consider going out to lane, but now knowing there's a Snapfire as well, I'm like, this is an easy, like, I'm taking this to the lane with me.
MJZ, by the way, did not start with a stick, which is a bit weird. He actually opted to go for a circlet instead. Interesting pick, you know, on the Disruptor. TA already has it, of course, now that makes sense, but interesting to see that the Disruptor does not value the stick as highly as the TA.
Which is strange, right? Like, you, the Glimpse is still, you know, it's pretty good. I like still maxing out the Glimpse, and I like spamming it. Maybe not as much in this lane, though, I will admit. This is not really like the kill Disruptor lane that I'd usually imagine.
Do you see that, by the way? No points in Thunderstrike, even by level 3. I understand that he is worried that Tidehunter will just be able to debuff it, but that's very interesting. Like, he doesn't care about harassing Snapfire at all. He's like, you know what? Kiri, you can have whatever you want. I don't care about you. If I can't harass frickin' Devil, then it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. I will say, I've seen a lot of people just not go for anything, and this is a game where I honestly would be fine still, because you have traps on the ground to give you some vision. I think that's the only time that I really like getting a point in the queue, is whenever I don't have anything else to give me vision for my Glimpse, and then I would consider it just so I can, like, kind of rope them for it. But, oh, Adrian, it looks like just gonna TP out. No, Snowball's gonna cancel it. They need a little bit more. He's going for the TP again. They don't have anything to cancel, and the armor will get him away. So, a nice TP out. And the Nature's Prophet, we haven't seen a lot much of this hero. Like, we've seen it a little bit in the Western EU. There's some heroes or teams that are like really good at the hero, so they still pick it up a lot. But for SA, it hasn't been as much. It's gotten to a lot of 24 picks where we think it's good, and it still doesn't get picked up. So I'm happy to see it back here, because I think the hero is still very good.
Yeah, the nerfs were pretty minor, right? Like, it's like 0.2 agility gain, or 0.3, like 0.2 strength, 0.3 agility, something like that. It's very minor stat gain decreases. The splittable 20 talents for the Sprout is not as good, and I think Wrath of Nature gives you less damage level 1 and 2, but it ends up the same. But overall, it's not like one of those things where you think, oh, the hero, the back is broken for the hero. He's unplayable at this point. It's like Treant Protector took a bigger hit, ish, to the Nature's Prophet.
that heal in the trees is like so powerful. That was our first blood. 5 minutes in, by the way, we finally get our first blood. It was with a meld strike of the TA, and Snapfire, although it is somewhat of a beefy hero, not a whole lot of armor there, so those meld strikes will do a lot of work.
Yep, and the glimpse is so good because you got like the level 2 glimpse, you get a lot of damage out of it, so you don't need Thunder Strike for that. I am excited to see if he takes it level 4 though.
Yeah. It's weird.
And,
like I've seen some people go for the max, like a semi-max kinetic field as well, so I'm not sure.
And check it out. So far, the Awaken had a pretty good time overall in terms of the last department. Leo Styles though is really suffering. Like I have not seen him have such a bad game. Kiri?
Yeah, Kiri's in danger a bit here. Gonna get glimpsed on back. Oh, got a lot of damage done. But we still have like half the exorcism left. Do you think they get a good amount of tower pressure on this?
They can, right? I mean, you do have the catapult as well in the mid lane. You just gotta make sure it doesn't take too much damage. And unfortunately, it's like, the catapult. You can't get much use out of it. It's just gonna die. Oh, so much for that, Vlad.
Yeah. So now that is a calculated gank by the Snapfire to tank all the exorcism damage and not let the tower get hit. You know, that's a big brain.
If that's true, that is literally like genius moves, by the way. And by the Awaken, they're up to almost a 3,000 gold advantage right now, and a lot of it just comes from that. I haven't seen Leo style dumpster this way like that. He's usually pretty cocky and arrogant, and he backs it up. Devil, he's gonna go back to the grave, maybe.
I believe so. I don't think there's any way you get out of this one. Slottum will get that last hit. And yeah, no, I mean, this is where Infinity is supposed to succeed. And again, I really like how this strat kind of accentuates that for the Thunder Awaken lineup and making sure that they kind of hit them where Infinity is typically good. And theoretically, you know, should get you the win. But we'll see, because the laning stage isn't everything, you know, even though I am a North American player, I incredibly value the lanes. I don't think that will win the entire game here. The mid-game timing still is really good for Infinity, again, knowing that your Disruptor it should, for if Thunder like do well against the Tide, you kind of have to wrap around, maybe get someone to assassinate that Ruptor and kind of open up the game for your Tide Hunter.
Oh, making sure that doesn't happen, but okay. And yeah, North American players, they're the best at figuring out when a game is unwinnable.
Amen.
Within 2 minutes, they're like, it's unwinnable. I will now break my items because I don't want to waste anyone's time. Like, you guys are the best. Prada, he doesn't need to break his items.
No.
His spirit's getting broken right now.
That's the thing about being a pause 5. You never get to break your items. Like, what happens if you deny our Ring of Protection at 10 minutes? Nothing. Nobody cares.
It's like, hey, look, do you see the Iron Branch? I'm going to break it. Like,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
It's like, you know, you have to become bounty when he buys one. It's like, that's the value, you know. Kiri?
What a trap. Yeah, I mean, a good placement from Smiling Knight. The foresight to know that somebody was going to walk over that few minutes. But still, I mean, the TA 4500, we've seen a lot of people kind of ball up on this one. And the last time we saw it, it was a Blink first because it's coming out for the mid lane. But this time, probably Deso first, right?
I remember, yeah, I love the Blink first when you want to be very active, but he's going for a Dragon Lance into this, so just so he wants to speed up his farm as much as possible, and that's the standard mid lane. Oh, the Leo style.
Woo, okay, was that stolen? Oh no, okay, that was MJZ. Okay, the Rubik was right next to it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you can't steal that this game, but I will pretend just in case.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
This is really like they're getting dumpstered on Infinity's side. I mean, I thought this game would be a lot more even by this point, but Slotums he's crushed Leo style. It's not a sentence I thought I'd say because I've always really looked up to Leo style as a mid laner, but Slotums has. I mean, he's basically bitch slapped him at this point. You know, there's no other way to say it.
It's really bad. Like 2,000 net worth lead from mid, and you can see like the supports are almost even net worth. So this is all core mismatch. What's happening with this net worth? So you have 2K on your mid, and you have 1K on the other two. So it's just bullying. And oh no, the rune! Okay, well, I think Prada will still die for this one. Trying to TP away. They had already used the lift to bring him back over to Slottum. So I guess the silver lining here is that you haven't lost your tower yet. And actually a nice roll. I mean, this is what you need if you want to try to get back in this one. They're going to TP in Adrian to make sure they get this kill. Fairy Fire pop. They have some Siphon charges in. Oh no! Is that enough heal? Oh goodness, Kiri with the very tip of the scatter blast gets the kill.
Loses his life to the Tusk afterwards, but I don't think he mind that at all. And he also get a kill on Michael, and this he wants to go for more.
Yeah, I mean they do. Oh, they almost were on top of that disruptor, but instead Leo's side, I think it would have been too far here. Snowball 3 are going to swatch out, but that Snowball going to be well enough. Ravage will connect on the Tusk here, but I mean, they've already lost their mid laner. And now, well, Devil, the Melt Strikes. Ooh, they're going to feel rough. And Smiling Knight actually has to back out of this one. So now it's this time Thunder going too far. And having the Mortimers rain down on them, but Illich isn't done quite yet. Devil wants to turn this back in. Smiling Knight's gonna get the kill. A charge is actually gonna lock everybody in, and this is just beauty for Smiling Knight. One kill out. Adrian trying to hold his ground. Another one for the TA, and they do not get any return kill. It's 3 gone, and I think the only one to have died in this was the early Death Prophet.
I mean, they did lose the Rubik as well. He also respawned, but overall, another huge victory for Thunder Awaken, dude. They killed what, 4 people. Only 3 Protector didn't show up and lose his life. And now they take a major stack after it as well for Knight. Look at his farm. Feels like everyone on Thunder Awaken is almost 2,000 gold ahead of their counterparts on Infinity's side.
My goodness, they're even using the little trees then. If you think that this game is as in the bag as we may think right now, you can go ahead and click on the Bet Boom banner below, find out the perks that they're offering right now, because this game, you know, if I was a betting man right now, 11-2, I'm pretty confident in Thunder Awaken.
This was the exact same score EG had against Quali in game 1. Yeah, 11-2. Quali won that game. So
I'm not confident.
They were 12-2 there. I think they were 11-3 after that. So yeah, this could go different. But Leo Style 0-3 this game. He is trying to go for a Diffusal Blade. He will have it with about 900 gold. That'll give him a nice damage buff. But jeez, man. Every time I look at him, oh, top lane.
Oh, yeah, they get themselves another kill on Prana. The one thing that this Tusk is also very good for is finding that tree in the trees, especially before the shard comes out, able to provide the vision. And another thing that can provide vision as well for that glimpse. So what is our lovely Disruptor gone? Does he still have no points? No, he does have a single point in a Thunderstrike now instead of going all out for the connection. I do like that. I like the vision you get from it.
I like it too. He's big on the bottom. This could be something.
I think it is something. They're going to lift back the Nature's Prophet, but they're going to lose the Death Prophet again for sure. I mean, Penguin needs every one of these things he can get. Illich is also going to get a return kill on the Nature's Prophet, but Devil, oh my goodness, just gets taken down before he can even use the ulti. So no Ravage used. Prado will at least get an Overgrowth off. It's on to 3, but where's the follow-up damage? They'll use the cookie and a nice snowball. Oh, could have taken a little bit more damage, but instead they will blink out with this Tusk right after he locked onto his target. And well, Leo Style just wants to get a return kill for this one because he knows surely he is dead after this one. It's just who gets the kill. Punch up, and it is Smiling Knight again. This TA, we're almost to double the net worth of the Pangolier on TA.
Dude, I gotta say something. MJZ, he glimpsed back the Snapfire who was being snowballed to, just so that you don't put Tusk in a bad position. You know, you don't want to snowball him too far, and then you lose it. He's like, no, I'll glimpse it back. What a play coming out from the Awaken. They're just playing these team fights so well. Like, it's like everyone's like, okay, I'm going to take the aggro down. Okay, I'm going to take this ability. You hang back. And a Lich on Tusk has been playing phenomenally. So I've seen him so many times now dodge what looks like a death blow with the snowball. And he just was looking really good. And I love the item build. You know, just Blink Dagger, Falcon Blade, BKB. Nothing too expensive, nothing crazy. He's got a casual Wraith Man as well, just for that extra armor. He's looked so good. I rarely feel impressed with Tusk in general, but he's looked really good.
Because the hero's so easy, right? You know, anybody can play the hero.
Any monkey with a keyboard can do it. It's more like, you know, you see him all the time. He falls off. He doesn't look that impressive. Like, I know that he's a tempo base here, but I always think, like, is he really that good? Like, you can pick another tempo base, but Alicia's looked amazing. This is an off-lane Tusk, so I'm more lenient towards it.
Yeah, and I think it's also like a fantastic game for it because now this Tide already has a ton to think about, and now on top of that is like, when is this guy snowballing? Like he's been trying to Ravage like immediately after the snowball comes out. I feel like Illich holds a lot of power here because he can just hold it for as long as he wants and really just scare the Tide and be like, when do you want to pump it? Right, I'm ready to roll.
And it's not just the damage, right? But it's like you can dodge half of Sapphire's damage, which is doing Mortimer's kisses.
Yeah.
The rolling thunder as well. It's like what, 8 seconds? You can be 4 of them in the snowball. But this is an interesting move by Thunder Awaken. The scan comes out. Dire knows this is happening. And now the question is, do you want to contest? They're walking, but you know.
They're too late. I mean, they needed that vision around here. They take this so fast, but your team is good at contesting this. You have a Pango, you have a Tide. Like, you should be able to walk in here and at least put up a fight, but because they had no vision down, they didn't know.
Overgrowth as well as Wonders Kiss. I mean, they knew it was happening, but they just didn't feel confident enough to contest it. And we got nothing on Prod. Actually, he just bought the shard on the Treant Protector. In South America, they value the shard more than the Blink Dagger. At least that's what I'm noticing with the Treant. Western Europe, it's like, I want to get the Blink Dagger, I want to get that 3-4 mana overgrowth and just another team fight. But here it's like, the shard's a little bit more valuable.
It is, and it's nice to split the lanes. I'm surprised he doesn't have any points in his queue yet, and he's also gotten this shard. It feels like he would need maybe a few waves with it, but he's been doing it the old-fashioned way with just CSing.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like if you were gonna go for it, you go for the max Q or trying to get a Meteor Hammer. Just now he's like you said, he's doing it with the old fist cuffs.
Punch him down.
I like to feel the blood on my fists. With my creeps. Okay.
Okay, that actually, I thought the TA was considering going high ground for a bit. I mean, this is a really early Roche, honestly, like 16 minutes in. Really, this is more securing your like mid game rather than it is like actually like doing something with this Roche. I mean, you got Blink Death on TA. You can definitely kill people, but I don't think you're getting a team fight out of Infinity. Use the Static Storm here. They are going to lock down Tide, and it's an Overgrowth actually used. They're trying to stop this one out, and they're using the Mortimer from behind, but I mean, this TA locked onto the snap, trying to stop them. Devil will finally fall. Prada even gets a kill on MJZ, so they only trade out 1-for-1 so far. Finally, the Snapfire, or no, the Tide will get taken down as well with the Treant Protector. So, locked in. They got the silence on Pango, so finally getting what they wanted here. It was a bit choppy from Thunder Awaken, honestly, but I really like the Smiling Knight blinking on the backside and really making the Snapfire think about those kisses.
I gotta commend Adrian for having giant cojones because he went for Hand of Midas in a game like this. Can you imagine? You look at this game, you see a TA, you're up, your team is down like from the like, what is it, like 6-0 in the first few minutes, and he's like, you know what? We're gonna go late. I'm gonna go for this.
You like their late game? Like, are they taking this one on Infinity if they go the mile?
I mean, if they go the mile, they did. I've also said that Tusk feels like he does fall off eventually. DPS damage, a lot of it is over time, and that means later on you have like the resource to sustain. He's dead, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I do feel like if it does go late, we're talking 40 plus minutes, Infinity's draft does scale a bit better. The supports have, we have a BKB piercing ability with the Overgrowth, we have Ravage as well as Roll. Just wait for the BKBs to, like, you've got a lot of good stuff on Infinity. I don't think Thunder Awaken has as good of a late game, but when you're 10k behind,
it makes sense that timer bit. But hey, we're saying it's 40 minutes, so you can take out your timer app. All right, put 21 minutes in. And we'll see what happens if the game lasts that long. For Infinity, come back, because I think right now we're gonna lose another tower here to the TA. She's got the Aegis, and Panga, I mean, I like the items, got the Diffusal Blade, ready to roll around and create some chaos, but you gotta start defending some of these objectives soon. I think if Thunder Awaken take away the rest of the tier 2s, you just have such a hard time scaling into the net worth that the TA is gonna be grabbing.
Oh, Solar Crest coming out on Kiri, by the way. I am glad to see this item come out more. I do feel like on Kiri's side, you're thinking, listen, guys, we really only have one guy who's going to be doing damage. It's going to be easy. Let's just put all the buffs on him and see what we can do. Tider, he's got the mech. He's going to go for Greaves. Kiri, I thought Adrian was going to lose his life. I thought, okay, my bad.
I mean, all the armor that they have a Treant Protector giving the armor. They got like the Kraken as well from the Tide. So I mean, yeah, with that solar, they'll of even more.
Yeah, and when you look at Thunder Awaken, the damage is mostly physical, right? Like exorcism, basically, you know, walrus punch, everything from the TA. Like, there's a good mix of magic as well, but 70% of the damage you're receiving is going to be physical in this game. Bottom lane, Leo style. He sees Knight. This is bold.
Oh, I don't know if you want this. Do you want this smoke, buddy? 26 seconds left on Aegis. They need more. Honestly, really want to wait it out, but Kiri gonna go down before the Aegis is even collected.
Whoa.
It finally gets taken down, and well, they're just gonna TP out on Leo style. They kind of gave away the Snapfire's life, and now the Tidehunter's life for someone who was just gonna get the Aegis reclaimed in 20 seconds anyways.
What? Like, you know, I was looking at this, I'm like, he's gonna TP out. Then I see the chip, I'm like, this is interesting. Adrian, yeah, he's gonna be. Oh, what the hell was that though? Like you said, Aegis, it had 30, like when they jumped on me at 30 seconds. I mean, if it had like 5, you could say, oh, okay, this is really clever. But that 30, I don't know. That was really weird by Infinity, and they get punished for it heavily. And honestly, kind of deserved. Like that was such a weird call.
Yeah, that was bizarre, but that's why they did it.
Call. It's so
that's
good.
why we do it.
They killed him, and now that they think each other, they can get it. Because wow, Infinity, 300 IQ on each player. You know, that was, we were about to say 300 IQ combined, but no.
That upped it by a lot. You ever play Borderlands? You like you have okay, you have like giants, and you like. You set them off and you go let them like feed on some stuff so they get bigger and bigger, so when you kill them you get better loot. That's what I feel like they were doing, you know? They're just like, here, take this Tidehunter. All right, oh yeah, go take this Snapfire too. All right, we'll come back in a few minutes.
So, yeah, we're just gonna take your Aegis for now, but next time it's your life, baby.
Hey, lots of gold. I mean, how much did they actually get out of that one? So like 600 gold going to the Snapfire. Maybe they would have done it somebody else, but hey, you know, Kiri's happy. Kiri is now sad though, after losing his life down bottom.
Poor guy. But overall, the game's still firmly in control of Thunder Awaken, even with that death. 82% win rate. I believe in that. Pangolier, Leo style, he's going for the Blink Dagger. He wants to go for the Shot right after. Guys, it looks like Thunder Awaken is, you know, likely to take game 1. If you guys feel like, hey, I want to in on some of that loot myself, you can click on the banner down below. And, you know, maybe you can put some money on them, or you can go for Infinity, the riskier play, but the one with the bigger payoff.
Arguably more loot.
I do like loot. I like loot a lot.
I do like loot. And hey, who also likes loot is my TA, who has 16,000 net worth already. And continuing to grow. So Hurricane Pike next. Prada is like, you hate anything. All right, you bow to me. All right, back up. And now he's terrified again.
They'll never.
Prada's trying to force out the BKB, by the way. He's like trying to see if TA will BKB run away, but we're seeing this. Smile Knight, he's like, no, dude, come on. Like, that's not how I play it. Hey, but Adrian, this hand to Midas is starting to pay off. He got BKB. He's catching up.
Getting there, yeah. I mean, until you have all the items that you just would have had anyways, honestly, at this point, probably just a few more minutes. Once the AC comes out, I think he'll just be fully connected. And Adrian, yeah, with the BKB, already popping it here because they've gone on Leo style. So NP will get the Leo style, or God, Michael is the word that I was going for. That was it. But I don't know. I don't consider that a fantastic trade because you used your BKB and you lost your mid laner.
Tower is under pressure.
Yeah, you get support. It's like, it's not exactly what Infinity wants. But at the same time, they actually almost get the same amount of gold and experience with that trade just because they're so.
That's I mean, he was going there anyways. Just keep going, buddy. Keep going. Up the high ground. Yeah, all right. Okay, he really wants this. I mean, those are a lot of stuns. They're even gonna pop the BKB for Sana, but the damage may be there. Yeah, Nature's probably gonna get it done. Thunder Awaken, gotta be a bit careful walking up those high grounds. They will send one of these heroes back for Prada. You know, he got some big fists, all right? He don't care. Adrian will get the kill, and two gone, trying to run up a high ground Infinity. That's exactly what you need, especially with Roshan up now.
Brigand's Blade with the Hyperstone on the Nature's Prophet, giving him so much damage, and they're putting the Soul Crest on him. That's another, what, 50 attack speed? I'm not quite sure. 50 attack speed. Yeah, so he is attacking fast, and the Brigand Blade I feel like is one of the best items. Like, it's so good, man. You can get like something like 70 damage when people are down by 70% of their health. Sorry, you get like 80 damage because you already have an extra 10 naturally. It's insane value item.
Look at how
Roshan,
good it is versus on Infinity as well, right? Like you have the Pangolier, you have the NP, you even have the Sapphire. Like anybody could pick this up at any stage of the game.
It's so much value. At the same time, Roshan is up, Thunder Awaken, they have traps, they know it's there, and that could be a free shot for them.
But Shard, I feel like has a lot of cool implications for this Radiant team. Like the TA trap is like kind of cool, right? You also have the fear from Slaughter. But I don't know.
They already have the fear coming out. Oh, here we go. We're contesting.
Oh, speaking of the fear, they roll through. Now they will still collect that Aegis on TA, and the Mortimer's Kiss, it looks good. And oh boy, yeah, Michael, his own roll used. Leo Style will ball up here, but I mean, Sodom will still go down first. Leo Style will be the one to turn eventually. And now, well, I mean, that trade isn't also bad, you know? If you're in a tie, you know, a tie trade here, whenever your team is so far down, you kind of win it out.
But no, right? It wasn't a fair trade just because it was 1-for-1 in terms of kills, but Aegis went to.
That's true. We include the Aegis. Bundle that one.
Yeah. It would have been an even trade if we only included certain factors, not all of them.
Let me be biased. I went to stats. All right, I got so many stats. I know how to be biased to do it correctly. Is Kiri in big danger? It looks like Kiri's in very big danger. Yeah, I mean, we'll go down, but Illich doesn't want to go down. Tendrils of the Deep, not able to collect anything just yet. Overgrowth used, and, well, Michael also falls. Now, if we package in Roshan and the DP and these 2 kills, is it even yet?
Yes, it's even because all we lost was Leo Style. Like, but I don't think these were the same trade. These were 2 different trades, right? But dude, Adrian is just like, he is doing all. Look at the damage. The previous fight he did 1400 damage. The closest to him was the Snapfire doing 400. So, oh well, Snapfire's dead.
Could be. I mean, Adrian really wants to stand up on this one. BKB used from Smiling Knight first, but I mean, he's actually running out. The BKB already used before the Aegis goes down. They're coming in with the Death Prophet now. He's got to back out on the Nature, so they will take the Aegis, but hopefully they can just get away with their Nature's Prophet's life because they need him for the rest of these. They're going to swatch through. Leashed up now, the Death Prophet. They'll get the kill, and now they can throw this one back around. One is coming in. They're going to burn through all their faction charges. The Ravage used too, and with the swatch out Knight, he goes down. Thunder Awaken. Oh my goodness, is this really just the EG calling game? Are we watching it again?
Yes, it's literally it. Dude, EG was controlling the game, and they made a couple of mistakes, and they just lost Infinity. I don't think it's the same thing. I think Infinity is just playing really good. Adrian with the randomize has been paying off. He's getting close to a satanic. Like, they're having trouble killing him. Like the TA jump, we talked about, a lot of the damage is over time, right? It's you know, Tusk has some burst damage, but he's not going for damage. He's going BKB Aether Lens, freaking Falcon Blade. He doesn't do burst damage. Death Prophet doesn't do burst damage. You have your supports that don't do burst damage. It's all TA, but you're up against a guy who has Assault Cuirass, who's got, you know, 10 armor extra from Living Armor. He's got Solar Crest on him. He's walking around with insane amounts of,
Okay, Illich was almost in danger. Yeah, no, I think that's huge. Like the knowing, like heads up play to be like, this is all physical damage, especially, you know, it's kind of like oxymoron, but like when the BKBs come out for your team too, like it's all physical damage, right? So I love the heads up play. AC I think was already probably on the menu for Adrian, but like it feels so good now to have that in these fights.
And by the way, I also love what Devil's going for. He's going to go for the Fast Heaven's Halberd, which, again, you put this on the TA, and Thunder Awaken will be like, guys, our damage is, you know, 80% gone. Like, that's literally how it goes.
How many seconds is it for a range here? I feel like you could almost...
5.
Yeah, okay. So I was about to say, it feels like you almost take away the BKB if you get it on as the BKB is popped.
And of course, I always forget this, but Pangolier also has a disarm naturally built in. It's like 4 seconds.
Yeah. And that one is incredibly annoying the entire way through. And once he has a basher, which I'm sure is coming up after this halberd is completed, he's all in on the disarm. I do not want you to click. All right, that's his play.
It's like, yeah, he's got, so he got 2 people with Devil's Halberds and a natural disarm. I love it, man. Thunder Awaken, they are making the biggest comeback ever.
I feel like we've seen this like so much in this tour too, where like the answer is just disarm their carry. Like nobody else matters. Now we've also had a lot of Ursa lineups where they're the only damage, so I will say that's kind of like skewing that data as well. But this has been so often now.
Top tower is under attack.
Well, not Smiling Mag. He's still packing a punch, by the way.
Oh yeah.
He is still. Yeah, he's still hitting a hard. Is he gonna go for the nullifier?
Ooh.
No, it's sorry. It's sorry. I thought that was taking off. My bad. You know, I got people excited here.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I still like the Daedalus, like really increase that burst damage. I do think if you kill the Tide and or the Pangolier, you just like really open up your team's game now. So I think those two, even above the Snapfire, even above the Tree Protector, could be a big priority for you.
Michael's also got the Aether Lead, so now stealing Ravage becomes a lot easier, but no Blink Dagger. But he doesn't have telekinesis. You can, someone can be hit by Ravage, you can just push them back. Same thing if they get stunned by Pangolier. Infinity, they smoke up on their supports, but
Tower has been
I
denied.
don't think that's what you really want to do. Are they gonna smoke? Oh yeah, there you go. That's the second smoke being used now. Satanic on the Nature's Prophet, so...
Village?
Oh,
they're in! They do not want you to get out of this at all. They're gonna force him away. BKB pop from Illich, but the Tango's already in on it. So they're gonna swap through to kill at least Michael, kind of caught in the crossfire there. But they will not get their original target, so Infinity... it's good, like they're back in this game, but that one, oh my goodness, period. Be careful, the Static Storm is down. Pangolier already locked in. Slottom is just gonna eat these two heroes like they eat them for breakfast. My lord, easy for the Death Prophet here. And now Devil can't way too far in. They're gonna get 3 kills immediately on Thunder Awaken, and where it thought that Infinity had a comeback going, it feels like they kind of tossed it away.
I'll take it.
Yep, losing 2 of their cores in that situation. It's a tough game. But check out the stuff. He's got the Aghanim Scepter. So you put that on top of the Nature's Prophet. Suddenly they're using no Satanic, no BKB, no nothing. So it is a scary thing. We keep talking about both teams heavily focused on shutting down the enemy core, which is one Nature's Prophet as well as the TA.
Dire's middle
I didn't
tower
even.
is under attack.
It feels so rare to see a Disruptor Ags at this time in the game. Usually there's, any other item that you're forced to buy. But they've been pretty far ahead this entire game, right? Like, he hasn't really felt that pressure. He's like, my team's dominating. I can just go for this one. I kind of applaud him because now it seems very important that he has it.
It's not like he's got Philosopher's Stone, by the way. He's dragon scaled.
Fortified.
And yeah, I love it. It adds damage. Well, it's 54 damage a hit. Ooh, it's not bad.
Okay. I mean, it canceled the TP, it forced reactions. I'm not sure. I think someone was going down bot side for sure. Yeah, it looks like the Death Prophet went bot. So maybe an opportunity for them to take a fight there if they wanted it. But I think the Tree Protector was the only one wise to the TP now.
He's going, by the way, Tree Protector is also going for Heaven's Halberd. That's 3 disarms on one team. I mean, they already have 3 disarms. So it's gonna be, the 3 halberds on one team. That is pretty wild. At this point,
you gotta look at your Nature's Prophet and your Snapfire and be like, Gibbs, why don't you guys have these?
Right? I was thinking the same thing. I mean, Snapfire's got a Ghost Scepter, which is like kind of like Heaven's Halberd, but it's like for yourself. It's like, oh, you can't hit me, but no, you want the actual Heaven's Halberd.
Yeah.
Be a man, Kiri. Get a Heaven's Halberd.
Mom, can I have Heaven's Halberd? No, we have Heaven Halberds at home. Ghost Scepter. It's the only thing.
It's like the Heaven's Halberd. I know I'm gonna sound like a whiny guy, but anytime I see someone with a Boots of Speed and a Windlace, I'm like, just get the Tranquil Boots. Just get it.
Yeah.
So good.
Pretty value, right? 125 extra gold. That's not bad. That's like a minute of passive gold, if that.
Yeah, and you get you get a decent amount of movement speed. What do you go from 45 to I think 70? Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Infinity, they're taking it slow. Roshan is up in 30 seconds. 3rd Rosh of the game. That could be a refresher shard for a Tide Hunter. It could be an Aghanim Scepter for the Death Prophet. Lots of options here. And both teams, you know, we're seeing that, like, at least for Infinity, they're starting to set up camp around it.
Yeah, and the one thing that Thunder has is all these traps everywhere. It's almost gem time. I know we've talked about it before that like this gem feels so much more valuable now on Infinity because they want to be able to clear out all that vision. But for now, I mean, with Roche up, Infinity's got to find a way to outmaneuver Thunder Awaken, it seems. You're down on vision, you're down on gold, the world's against you. You need this smoke. All right, get a pick and take this game for yourself.
At the same time, though, Infinity is stronger in the Roche pit. You know, like, yeah, you have Static Storm, but Infinity, you know, you've got the Rolling Thunder, you've got the Ravage, you've got Stochasticity. Like we've mentioned this before, but in the pit, Infinity are kings.
Yeah, and you really do need to kill the Disruptor first. That is top priority now because of that Aghanim Scepter. Yes. He bumped himself up the list. And Tide Ravage surely going to be looking for him, but MJC, he's not the one leading the charge. They're going to go in with the Snapfire, actually. I don't know if that was his choice. It seems like there was someone pushing him back. So they will kill Kiri. Has buyback, so doesn't have to give up Road for sure. They even have the outpost still up here for Iron. Oh, they're going right on in. They find only the Tusk here, so they will use the BKB on Illich, but it's the Overgrowth also used. They're doing everything to lock down the Tusk in. Now Leo Style has been very hurt, and he's silent. Oh, he got silenced by the trap. He wasn't able to use the roll up.
Yeah, and I mean that's also what gave the vision, because they didn't actually have wards in that area. So good glimpse. Buyback was used by Kiri, and now Infinity's like, do we use this for Leo Style as well? You kind of need to.
I need to do this. You can't let them take this for free. I feel like you're giving up so much in the game for this one. Michael will go down, but it's the DP sectioning off the rest of this fight. BKB popped, and well, even if you do get the kill on this nature or the Step Prophet, you got to get a approach, and somebody is. It's Smiling Knight going up the Pangolier. They're going to drop down the ulti of the Disruptor. Who gets the Aegis? Oh man, Smiling Knight. The TA's the one to pick it up. Even though he will end up losing his life for sure, you got to imagine that it could have been so nice for this buyback on Leo Style to grab Aegis out of it. Instead, Smiling Knight looks like he may get away for just a little bit. Pops the cheese, yeah, but that's not enough to save you here. Even though the refraction charges are nice, they will still find the kill. And Infinity, even with the Aegis gone, it seems like they may have turned this one back around for themselves again.
I mean, dude, it's all on Adrian. He has been playing. Oh,
this is big. This is somewhat big. It's over, Death Prophet. I have the high ground.
Oh, so that's where the Aghanim Scepter went. I guess Devil must have picked it up. I was like, who got the Aghanim Scepter? Who got, like, what was it? It's like Aghanim Scepter, because I'm pretty sure Devil did not just farm that up. You know, he actually, yeah, Yule Scepter queued up, and he doesn't even have the item. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what he picked up. So huge, and he just shot up in terms of net worth as well.
Really tight, Hunter.
Yeah, I think is it 4,000 or 6,000 because it's an Eaton Ags?
It's 5,800, so it's a big one. Like,
yeah,
you know, usually if a support picks up, you see them, you're like, is that an off later? It's like, no, that's just a support.
Oh yeah.
You know, you just picked up the Aghanim's blessing.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So it's pretty big. I mean, the Titan game, honestly, like it felt like he was having a bit of a rough time in the net worth department, of course, but now even so far above the Pangolier. But poor Pango man died back in that last one. The things that you do to get your team back in the game.
It's no problem for Leo Style. That was what he needed to do, and I'm glad he went for it, right? Like, because I was looking at the timer going down, like maybe he's not gonna commit, but he just uses it anyway. So it was the right move. And Adrian, though, look at that. This guy is walking out with insane amounts of armor. He's got so much buffing him up as well. And he's got, you know, free lifesteal from the Paladin sword as well. I think Thunder Awaken may have run out of steam. You know, it doesn't mean that the game's over. Just very tough for them now to get anything done.
Yeah, and with the Gush Ags as well and Devil, like the armor differential between the teams is much different. And there goes the Tide, and there goes the Ags with the Disruptor. So they lose Devil, but the BKB pump by Smiling Knight, he's not quite done just yet. That Prophet in as well. They're gonna punch back the Nature's Prophet and then punch him into the sky. He wants to be able to hit anybody, but they're just kiting him out so well. Sonic's even able to get the fear eventually with the Siphon. So Infinity again, I thought they were back in it, but with that fight started by Thunder Awaken, especially by the Tusk, I mean, they end up winning this one outright, and it's even a buyback on the Tidehunter that really won't see action for this fight.
Caster Curse still going strong. I see just literally as we say, hey, you know what, man, Adrian's really strong. I think Infinity's got it, but that is good.
It's not this too.
That's a dieback. Leo Style. That's I'd really like it for him if he didn't die, but he does. That's Infinity, 3 people down, no buybacks. 2 of them, they know. Leo Styles was Kiri, but Adrian, they don't know he doesn't have buyback. They just assume that he's maybe being greedy, but he is mega greedy, by the way, not saving for it in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, this TA is just so strong and such a force. I don't think it can die this game anymore.
Tower is under attack.
Ah, I see where you put your money.
Yeah, you know, I gotta help out, you know. I gotta turn it back even. I'm sure that the caster's curse is this strong. I usually feel like I'm able to will it to happen.
Nah, at this point, it's impossible. Nah, it's looking really good for them, though. Infinity, they won't get mega. They're still tier 2 bottom, and Awaken generally just wouldn't have the time to go for it anyway. But map control now firmly in their control. There's a view at bottom. You could put this on the TA. I still think though in a fair fight, you know, when they fight like men.
Not like touch. Come on, punching them back into the enemy team. Cool.
That's all right. You know, like it's Dota Underlords, right? They all just charge at each other. Full vision. I do think that even with a disadvantage, Infinity, if they go 5 versus 5, you know, Rams butting heads, they'd come up on heads.
Yeah, they would. And by the way, make sure that you're clicking on that Bet Boom banner below. See the perks they're offering. I believe it's 100% bonus for your first deposit on new accounts, so be sure to check that out. And and now we have a DD on Smiley Knight. So I'm sure if you've already bet on this game, you've had a heart attack, because when I press F8 and I see the graph in front of me, I think that's a very fun roller coaster. I would like to ride on one of those.
Oh, I'm sure you would, right? Like, oh crap, I'm winning, I'm losing. And I mean, for the 2 teams, it's certainly, I don't know who cares about this game more. Both of them are trying to make sure they get 3rd place. Awaken, you win this match, you guarantee it. Infinity, you force tiebreakers and potentially have a chance to get 3rd place. So it is 80 DPC points. You know, from 80 to 160. That's double. That's pretty big.
It's very, very good. And I mean, I know Infinity also has I feel like a little bit more motivation, because it feels like even last tour they weren't looking too hot compared to everybody else. So I think this is a nice mix of how good they are as well. Look at Ravage. That's pretty good with the side hunter, but immediately punch up into the sky. And TA on the backline gets disarmed as the BKB comes out. So much of it is going to be kited away now. And Devil just trying to get back. Goes out one more gush, but Sodom's right on top of him. So the tide will fall. That is dieback already using it in the early fight. And now Adrian, trying to turn this one around on anyone here. But could maybe turn back into the Tusk. Sprout leashes, and now Tusk will fall, but Slaughter, I mean, surely this is about to run out. I feel like I've seen this running for a while. Disruptor coming back into town here, but look at how low this Ancient Prophet has already gone. Uses the ulti on the backside here. They're trying to catch up to the Dead Prophet, though, and although they'll kill Leo Star on the backside, they will finally lock up Slaughter, but the Exorcism comes back. He got healed up so much already, and Smiley Knight back into the fight as well. Adrian may have to come back soon, because I don't know how long he can stay in this fight any longer. They use the Sprout to try to section everybody off, but MJZ, he can play that game too. They're gonna kill off the DP, but how long do you last now? Sprout leashes, Nathan Prophet without BKBs. Does he win this one? MJZ goes down. Adrian, hold your ground, buddy. They root up Smiley Knight. Prana made fall to the disarm.
Dude, Adrian he did 12,000 damage in that fight. He did more than anyone else. His whole team did 22,000. He did 12,000. More than half of his team's damage. Just one guy with a dream, standing back and just throwing out those right clicks. Adrian, easy MVP of this game. Win or lose, man. Like, what the hell was that?
There's some people that, like, whenever I watch their games, I just think, like, this is someone that I think is, like, a player. Like, it doesn't matter what the record is. It doesn't matter what the outcome of this game is. This player is very good at Dota. And that is one of those moments that make me feel like this guy's cracked. Like, this guy's really good.
He's on something.
Gotta be a Molly or something.
Leo Style did a really good move, by the way. He actually tanked the Disruptor. Like, someone was coming, he was walking. Leo Style jumped on him, risking his life but keeping Adrian alive. Because I was looking, I was like, Disruptor wants to kill him, but he was forced to use the Static Storm on Leo Style just to stay alive. And yeah, it cost Leo Style his life, but it was such a good move. And you know, I give a lot of props to Adrian, rightly deserved, but his team is doing what they can to enable him.
Absolutely, yeah. And the Solar Crest is one of those big reasons, right? Like you have that extra, as you said. Even Wraith Pack now that they have on the Snapfire, so not a halberd like you wanted. You know, Prada already has his finished. I believe everybody except for the Nature's Prophet and the Snapfire now have that beautiful item, and yeah, into the Rotom Pit. I mean, this turns it. We've seen Infinity try to come back and hold on to a lead for a little bit and then lose it eventually. This puts you on top.
We're gonna give the Aghanim Scepter to really? No, you give it to Nature's Prophet? Okay.
I'm about that. The root is pretty good. Helps you in a team fight. What does help in a team fight is not losing your Leo style first. Instead, he's down, and now with the Mortimer Kisses, they do take down MJZ. He already used his ulti, and it's right on top of Adrian here. He is nullified, but here comes the root. There it is, and then the Ravage too. Infinity. They want this one to go now. Now they will use the first line of the Nature's Prophet, but that's the beauty of the Aegis. He's going to come back into this one. There's even a refresh on Devil. He's ready to Ravage again here. They need to be able to track anyone down. They just need a little bit closer, and it looks like, oh my goodness, are they don't find anybody. How did Thunder kite that so well?
Losing only the Disruptor, getting the buyback out of it, as well as the Aegis. I think you're very happy if you're Thunder Awaken. And reminder, they still have 2 sets of barracks on their side, so you have to be very careful that they don't lose too much and just stall. You know, if you stall here.
That's a Nature's Prophet, and he's really close to your base. Adrian, trying to get anybody. I'm surprised he hasn't been right in the fountain yet. Hey, there it is. I think it happened. There's a Tusk on the enemy team. Please avoid fountain. Please.
Tower is under pressure.
What a premier player! He's going up against the fountain. He believes. Yeah, that was a little unfortunate that he believed that he could in himself a bit too much in that situation. Infinity. They might feel like they do feel the pressure, right? Like we just said, you have two Raxes down, and they decide let's go a bit aggressive. They had vision there thanks to Tree and Protector, but in the end, this was such a really bad spot.
I feel like, I mean, the Tide had all of his abilities up. I think he also had blinked up because he refreshed it. I think that was probably a communication issue where, like, you know, clearly Nature's, he wanted the all-in. He wanted them to just go up, stun what you can, and go. It reminds me of a clip I saw earlier today where the Storm Spirit zipped in, got Earthshaker stunned, hit his own Centaur, and then GG'd out at like 18 minutes. That's what that reminded me of.
Tower is under attack.
It's your fault. It's not mine. I'm not gonna play it anymore. you should see the end of game 2 between Kali and EG. That one had a very closing ending. But now in this game,
there it is. I mean, they did kind of latch onto this Tusk here, but the blink away from Illich. They bought back on the Nature's Prophet as well, but Thunder Awaken once again holding on to a lead that it seems that Infinity had gathered for themselves.
They're very happy with it. Here we go.
That's a good ulti from the Rupture as well. They're going to eliminate that Tide, and now those Mortimer's Kisses are looking very green. I don't think that's from your own Snapfire. So now up the high ground, Slaughter will just burn through this tower on his own, and a jump through. They find the Snapfire too. So he'll go down. I mean, somehow Infinity need to make this work. They're going to buy back. They could get on top of Illich here, but he gets the snowball down. Going to run back into Devil. He actually kicks away the rolled up Pangolier, and he's in the snowball. It throws him right in his Smiling Knight. The BKB used. They'll get that kill. And now Titan as well. Devil, he's got to be so careful. I mean, your Pango's die back. Your Nature's Prophet is finally in on this one, but how much more can you get out of this? This kinetic field will get used, and a good way to drop that Adrian back, but I mean, instead it looks like that Prophet got another kill. Please get on top of him. Do not let him get away. He's so low. No, I think he's getting out of this one. They're even going to go onto Adrian, and well, I mean, he comes back. Slot him, please. Stop it, toying with my heart. He's still alive. Somebody kill him. They get another one. Tree Protector down. Nature's is the only one left, and although your Nature's is on MJZ, he has the ulti on top of him with the Disruptor, and Michael that's going to hold this one for the rest of the team to show up. 1 versus 4. Adrian, I hope you do it again, but it's not looking good for you. He's going to get stunned up. He'll die, and it's GG. Game 1. Oh my goodness, if that Prophet never died.
Slaughter, you know, sometimes you look at them and you say, this guy's a premier player. Slaughter is definitely he dodged the scatter blast with the blink. He dodged the cookie with the. So I don't know if it was 4 times, but there's a something pushed him out.
The Dire get a back.
But it's like, no. I want them to say it, spell it out for
Radiant's
me.
turn to bat.
Oh, and who they? Oh, Infinity Man. They banned out the Tusk. You cannot blame them at all. They're like, yep, that's the band. You know.
Yeah. I think that one hurt a lot. I think Tusk Ags is probably like what really worked you in the game too, but I don't know. I'm really about the band.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Tony also relocates my hero.
I mean, force movement's always going to be good, a very strong thing.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Сейчас поиграем.
Ooh.
10 seconds.
Huh. I mean, I like both of those
5
heroes. I think
seconds
both of those
remaining.
heroes are first phaseable, but
Very early, right?
yeah, I'm just surprised that like the both of them are.
Yeah. Like, it's like from the start, Death Prophet and Doom. I mean, when these guys have their ultimate, that's scary, right? But you have this big downtime when they don't.
Yeah.
Like Doom in particular, you might Doom a guy and he just runs away, and you're like, that is the... At least with Death Prophet, you
Get
can...
a back.
Exorcist got some duration. Oh!
Holy! I got my own cooldown.
If you're on the Awaken, and firstly, the Rubik Silencer are the things you think about, but you can also put Doom as a carry, take a Pangolier and give him Basher.
True.
10
True.
seconds.
I like heroes with Basher. That's why
5
I
seconds
love
remaining.
Juggernaut into the Enigma. All right, you just get your shard,
Oh,
get
yes.
your Basher.
Dire's bad now.
Yeah, but you only attack once every second and a half, and you're really banking on that 25%. You're like, I don't know.
It's true. You got to prep the bashes before you get black hole.
10 the Dire get a back.
True. The last game was crazy.
Radiant's turn to bat.
Silencer in the pool. Okay.
Yeah.
10
Rubik out.
seconds.
I mean, you need a 5. I think the question is
5
like, are you
seconds
going to
remaining.
pick Silencer and then have him get like kind of
Radiant's
abused by the
turn to
tiny,
pick.
or
Dire's turn to pick.
Oh,
Shit.
Okay. I mean, you definitely don't have tombstone hitters on Infinity's side, but still early. You can take Snapfire now if you
Yeah,
wanted
what the
to.
fuck? Where's the snap? Yeah. I mean, is this some sort of bait
10
to like
seconds.
shift the tiny mid? And no, you just put the
5
Snapfire
seconds
in the mid
remaining.
lane, unless you know that they don't play that. In which case, it does have to be the Snapfire for 5, I guess.
Yeah, this is one of the weirder picks when I'm like, oh, you really want Undying?
I want an Undyne on my team,
Dire's
that's for
turn
goddamn
to
sure,
pick.
but like, yeah, this just happens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this Enigma is unanswered. Your Snapfire just answered your Undying.
But I really hope it's a 2-0. I'm
Same.
really hoping on 2-0 because I like it. I want a 2-0 like we just had,
Seconds.
like the game that we just had. Like that's the 2 I want.
Yeah. I think
5 seconds
my
remaining.
team is at 36 minutes in. They're smoking up for the miracle smoke, and my Drow Ranger is currently leading the smoke.
Radiant's turn
My
to
team is
pick.
losing game 1, and I'm just hoping that they win game 2, and then I can come back for game 3. Are you happy?
Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Pause 4 with a BKBP. Egg on top of it. There's a Snapfire, so I don't
The
think
Dire get a ban.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, if you're like, Snapfire will be like, oh my god, this is the best day ever.
I need to get to multi-shot.
Actually, I look like can you multi-shot if you hit wards? Because Tombstone
Yes.
and Egg are. Oh, really? I don't know that. That's awesome.
I guess I could, but you're able to do it with
5 seconds remaining.
towers. Yeah.
Mortis Gunslinger, I've seen it, yeah. Either I win by bet or it's 3-2-2. There's no other way. I like this.
Here's the Radiant
Alright,
ban.
let's see. Thunder Awaken. What do you need? Another support, I guess? I mean, unless it's Death Prophet's a 4 and somehow you're gonna pick something weird. I don't know. I still don't see. It looks like they do need a support, and that's what Finney's thinking.
Yeah.
I just see Silencer.
seconds.
I mean, you got Snapfire and Enigma. You cancel on
5
something.
seconds remaining.
You could totally silencer 4 with the DP and try to just like run the lane. Wraithkin isn't a crazy strong laner.
No, he's
Even with a
not.
Snapfire in, right? Like you definitely bully them down. And
Someone's
imagine
connection
taking
just
inch from those two heroes.
drowned.
Ugh. Strength
So good.
heroes lose int.
Dire's ban now.
And I've seen the Silencer 4 when you go for like Veil of Discord into like an Aghanim Scepter and you just do so much, like you do decent magic damage if you do that. So I'm all about that Silencer 4
5
life.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. No, I'm about it. If they want another stun instead of just like silence, they could go Spirit Breaker, maybe. Dawnbreaker.
Oh yeah, Dawnbreaker. Yeah, I like the Dawnbreaker. I like Dawnbreaker. I like Silence. I want something global. Is basically it
Yes.
for me.
No, that's a good point.
Like I don't care if you pick a freaking Zeus. Just to cast,
Hell yeah!
Like whatever you pick on, I'm pretty sure that I think the panel want to know if anything crazy gets picked. Like it's like last pick comes out, then there's a Death Prophet support. We'll tell them if that happens.
Dire's turn to pick.
Okay.
Doomed the rolling pango.
Come on,
Radiant's
guys,
turn
just
to
pick
pick.
the Silencer.
Which don't
Whoa!
Oh, it's a silencer game. It is a silencer game.
So Snapfire mid, or are we looking at a Core Witch Doctor? Core Witch Doctor would be so dope. I haven't cast a Core Witch Doctor game.
10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, so let's see. This I'm muting VMix just to see what they say. Oh. Oh, it's support Witch Doctor.
Unfortunate.
It's support Doom! Support Doom!
Oh shit.
Сейчас поиграем.
My time has come.
What the?
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, check yourself, Lil, alright? Well, thankfully for all of you guys, we are in for a treat. We have a professional crazy person with us, Otto Dota, who also plays Pause for Doom. Otto, tell us your story.
I love Position 4 Doom. I've been saying that this year is so good as a support, and now it's finally picked in a professional match, and I'm so happy until it loses, at which point I'll disown the entire thing. But I do love seeing Position 4 Doom. I think this hero gives you so much value. You can farm naturally without having to like worry about what to take from the team. Devour gives you so many great spells that you can take from neutral counter. Like, you can get a break, you can get this spell, you can get whatever you want. And Doom is just, it's like you remove someone from the game naturally. So it's fantastic. This is definitely a game that you want to support Doom, because you're up against a Wraith King. You don't want your core using an ultimate like against him. So it's really good. It's really good. You know what else is good is if you guys believe in Thunder Awaken, can take this 2-0. You can click on the banner down below. If you believe in Infinity can tie it up, you can also go there. Make sure you bet responsibly. So, you know, a few dollars, your grandmother, whatever you just don't care about.
And yeah, no, I'm excited to see what this game will turn out to be because of that Pause for Doom. It seems like it was a just like checkers with each other. Like, okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm going to get the Doom. Okay, well, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get the Wraith King that you don't want to Doom. It was like, oh, joke's on you. My Doom is a support now.
You're also up against pretty beefy people. You know, Doom is a very tanky support. He gets 3.7 strength key, so he's not easy to bring down. He takes the ring of protection. Devour gives you armor. You can eat a creep that gives you armor. Like, he is not the easiest guy to chew through. And of course, Death Prophet. You know, if you can Spirit Siphon, if you get Spirit Siphon, the Wraith King can usually heal his damage, and probably taking a few hits, but should be okay. And Michael, he blocks the. Oh, actually, the camp is naturally blocked. They do not want to give Michael things to eat.
Look at that. That's a good amount of gold on that courier. That's like almost 200 gold.
Or 125, which is close to 100 and 200.
Demised.
I mean. Yeah,
Mingos, and
oh,
we're getting.
I thought the like the courier itself when it died gave 125. Yeah, okay.
No, sorry. No, yeah. He doesn't get that. That would be lit if he got 200 gold already for killing the courier. Yeah. That would be bold. But no, they only taking away gold from this lane. And I mean, right now, you got to take away a lot. Look at the CS for the Wraith King. You know, he's second up here, feeling good. Death Prophet also challenging a little bit here, but even 2 denies on that Witch Doctor.